morning, you have 100%, you know, and you probably have 100%. Right now, you see those panels? Those panels effectively up there is probably producing probably about 7K or support. Let's turn on the electric stove and do something. Alright, and just look. You can turn on one more. One more burner. Alright. No more now. Alright now. I just wanted to show you this here now. So what has happened here now? You turn on this burner and it is effectively taking power from the grid here now. GPS. It's taking power from GPS. I'm just making you see what's happening. And this here, it is taking, the building is 6.4.
This is what you consume.
And your power is from the panels is that. Just lock off a burner. And we have to go through the program because something is not right.
It's getting from JPS, not getting from the panel.
Right. All of this is wrong. You can turn it on my phone. Just one burner is enough.
It's not taken from JPS now.
There, so it's alright now. Alright, so what I did, I just changed it a while ago, right? What happened is that I don't want it to be taking the power from GPS, only if you're in overload condition. So a while ago you said it was taken from GPS. So what happens here now, it is actually depleting the battery right now. So it is taking
2.4 from
look like I want more than one thing's on here now. So it's taking 2.4 from the battery.
No, that's just one burner.
Right.
A large burner.
Right.
Right, and it is now taking 1.2 from the sun and 2.4 from the battery. So that's what's happening here now. It's not taking it from the grid any at all.
Because if you're taking from the grid, I mean JPS will still be high.
Because during the course of the day in the sun time, right? When the sun get high and the sun get low, you want it to be able to be taking the sun power mainly. So it means that now that, so you know, if you want to see the battery power, you can look right here and you see.
Or look up the documentations for it.
You can, but
yeah,
from a manual
I read everything already.
Oh, you know everything already.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm the one who set it up that way.
Huh?
with the time of use.
Oh, you put the time on use like that?
Yeah, because
Okay,
it wasn't
so-
configured.
Alright, so here what you do here now. Let me just show you what I just did a while ago. Since you understand all of this, I'm not even going to go any further. You see this time of use here, you have these two at 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
If you have it at 100%, it's see the battery at 100%, it's going to take the power from the grid. So I just brought it down. So you can set all those things. But what you did is cause it not to be taking the power from the grid. So I'm not going to even look at anything else. Alright.
From the panels, not from the
Right.
grid.
Right. So
You put 100, then it will take from the GPS.
right. So you saw what was happening a while ago. Right. You don't want that to happen. You want it to take during the daytime. Now, in that time of use now, you can set this part here now and change this at maybe at night. You might not want it to take the power from the battery, or if you do, but you're always going to want to carry back the battery down to even 30%.
Did you set up the 20% for the battery when it?
Yeah, man, he understands it, so I don't even have to interfere with it. But
So it's 20% is the lowest it can go.
you don't want to
Right.
go below 20%. You don't want to discharge your battery below 20%. And another thing too, you don't want to discharge. Sometimes you have to think about what you really want, because if you have a power cut at 2 o'clock in the night, do you still want to have light? So if you were to discharge the thing and by say 1 o'clock you discharge down to 20%, you effectively don't have enough power to go any further. So maybe you want to discharge to 30%. But if you don't mind waiting on the sun to come out to charge you up back, then that's
I think that's the reason I put it to 100%.
right.
Because I want it to be fully charged by night.
Right. No, but it's not night. You set it to a while ago. It was during now.
Yeah.
In the sun hours. So in the sun hours you don't want that, but at night, and I wouldn't do 100% because what is your consumption at night?
Probably about 4 or 5 kilos.
So you could have 50%. You could have 40%. You understand? You don't need to have 100% because you're not burning that much power at night. You understand? So, however, overcast now, so we're not really producing a lot of power. So that anything else you don't understand, you can ask me now.
Okay.
So that setting was
battery
wrong.
settings because I made some changes.
No, there's no battery settings.
Right here.
Oh,
I did adjust
right,
this
right. So
because
right.
this was set way high.
Yeah, that
Also-
I just take down this to 50%, and even the discharge, I don't even agree with the discharge being at 80. All right, so 40 amp is 2.5 watts, 2.5 K. You don't want to charge one battery no more than 2.5 K because you will damage it, and you don't want to be discharging it so heavily either. So normally we set this at 40, right? But now I just set it at 50. You understand? But you don't want to be discharging the
Because it
battery.
was set way higher than that.
Right, which is not right.
Yeah, so they changed it to lower it.
Right. So this is it. Alright. So yeah, basically that's it. So right now you can
So
look
it
how
gone
this
down
goes.
now to 92%,
98%,
98,
right.
98.
But that will boost up back because when the sun come out, it will just go back.
It
So
will
you
charge
understand
back.
everything there.
Yeah.
So it is you understand the interactive concept. When you turn on the stove, it's not that the stove is connected to it, but it interact and it just cancel GPS and don't take the power from GPS. Right.
So that
So we just bleed down some of the power, and as you look, when it's a negative, the battery is now charging back. So in a very short time, it will charge back the battery and bring it. It's not going to charge the battery to no more than say 2K or 2.5K or something like that. You understand? So if
This morning was charging at 3K.
which is too much.
Yeah.
Right? You don't really want to charge a battery so hard because you will, and you have the time to charge it right through the day, so you don't need to be charging it fast. Matter of fact, you could set this at 40 for the charging rate. It don't matter because you have so much power here.
Better to
So
do
if-
slow charge than
Fast charge. So even 40 is alright. Now, the effectively now, what I was saying to you originally now, you do understand now, because of the amount of power you have up on the roof, which I tell you is way excess. With what you are doing, you could have 12 panels and it would have been fine. So when you have the money and you get rich, you can put in another battery and you will have enough power.
You're able to charge the two batteries.
Two batteries and do everything what you want. You can run the AC all night, you can almost do anything you want at that point. Yes?
If we have another apartment like this, if we didn't have to go repair it after the lady come out, we could buy it now, but later on.
Alright, so moment say you have the money.
So later on.
Yeah man. So you see, but guess what? you also don't want to do something that you don't need. But you see with a battery is like a generator. When you have that battery,
You know,
when,
we can predict, Mr. Bernard.
you see when I hear people taking $1, $2, $3, $4, $5 million and buying generator, I said that's a waste of money. Take the money and buy a battery. And the battery will do everything for you. It is quiet, it don't make any noise, and it is there for you all the time. Because in your situation, let's say you had a power cut for, let's say we had some event for 3 days. You won't have enough sun maybe to charge one battery. But if you have 2 batteries, at my house, my light bill and everything is just like your one. But I have 2 batteries and I have only 12 panels. And I use electric stove. What else? Washing machine. I use everything. But what you have that I don't have is an electric water heater. That's the killer. So you see, like your electric water heater now, well, it's the instant one you have.
Yeah.
The truth is now, so let me just say this to you. The truth is, the tank type water heater is better in these circumstances than the instant. Because all you have to do at 10 o'clock, when your battery near 100%, you just turn on that electric water heater and make it just hot up all the water hot up in the tank, and you have that water to use and then you could set a timer at 10. You understand? And once that water is fully hot, your battery is at 100%. You lock off that water heater and you never go near that tankless water heater again. You see my point? Because the tank water heater stores the hot water.
You know, we give it that one and buy an instant one. So it's just 2 of us.
No, but if you knew before, you understand what I said?
Yeah.
If you knew before,
yes, we will keep it, yeah.
the tank water heater now is better for this situation.
Yeah.
But when you don't have this kind of setup, the instant is better. You understand? But with this system, you are better off, because right now you could make very good use of this excess power during the daytime. During the daytime, you just hot up this water, the tank store the heat, and you use it whenever you want to use it. You can't beat that. And guess what? You know what the beauty about this is here now? You see, like all this here now? Mommy, you might want to wash your clothes in hot water now. You understand me? You can wash your clothes in hot water now. With the instant, you know, even though in the instant you can do it in the sun at time. Use hot water. You can start using the hot water now because you have it successful and you can tell her how to use it and when to use it.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah, man.
I'm smart, you know.
Yeah, man, I know. Smart mothers usually have smart sons, or unless it's the father it come from. So in a my situation,
No, man, my husband was very smart.
I know
He
that.
took it from the daddy too.
Alright. So
Comes from both genes.
come from the both genetics, yes.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that is important that I always like to go into these things. My wife tired to hear me sometimes. You see, for me, you know, how I feel about this man and woman thing, right? So I'm a Christian.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell it straight, right?
We are a Catholic.
Yes, and we are not Catholic really, right? Because, you know, Catholic worship idols and do these things, which I don't agree with. But that's fine. It's not when God going to come in now, go say, well, you're not going to heaven because you went to a Catholic church and you now belong to Pentecostal, so you alone go and go. It's not so it works.
Pick out the good ones.
He might pick out the good ones himself, so it don't really matter. Even if you have some denominations that might be doing things that is not correct. So my take on it is this year now. Me, you see, when you're getting married to a woman, the most important thing when you're getting married to a woman, you must marry an intelligent woman.
It's true.
Not an educated woman, you know. A man mustn't take up an educated woman with a career, you know. That's not what you must look for. You must look for an intelligent woman. Because the man is the provider, the protector, and him is the preacher of the family. It's him run things and him rule it. So when you turn a lawyer or a doctor, you have missed your point. You're not interested in a family again, you know.
It's true.
You're not
They have
interested.
sisters like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, my
You know what
sisters.
happened?
They have no children.
They can't.
Yeah.
Because they take
The carrier.
the career over family. You see problem? Can't work. It can't work because God never set it like that. God said you must submit to the man and you must take care of the children. You must do it. He gave you specific
Nurture the children.
Nurture the children.
Nurture the family.
Nurture the family. That's your job. You understand me? So you can imagine you must have been a very enormous woman as a mother.
Yeah.
And as a wife to a husband. You think any man is going to want a career? What would you do with a career woman?
It's true.
What are you going to do with
Every
that?
morning she leave the house gone.
Gone.
The children.
And then she say, oh, I'm coming home late tonight. What you going to do with that?
It's true.
What you going to do with a woman like that? A woman like that is of no purpose. You don't need it. And guess what? A woman's money is not your money when you marry her. You know? She now give you fair money. You know?
It's true.
But
She
she going to
use
spend
your.
it. Ah.
She uses
She going to use yours. So what is the benefit of taking up a career woman? She have a house, she have everything for her. It's not your own.
It's true.
But when you marry a woman, everything you have is hers too.
Yes.
Not so it go.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. Plain and simple. So they don't understand it. So all of them sit down and getting married and getting this career, and when them don't get the career now, which man ever want her?
It's true.
You know who you have to go take up? A crop.
And when you finish your career, you age
My
like what,
sister, they don't
30?
married. Any of them don't
Crop.
married.
They can get married if they decide to marry a
Yes.
crop. You know, but marry when a little boy with them pants that drop off and walk
It's
up
true.
and down and a
It's
beg.
true.
Them can't take up a good man. Them not going to find a man of value
It's true that.
because you need a man of value. You understand? And another thing that women don't know. Some of these women don't know a woman's value is when she's 18. That's when she's most valuable, you know. The older a woman get is the more the value diminishes because not money make a woman value, you know, money make a man valuable. The older a man get is the more valuable he become. That's why your husband was so valuable.
It's true.
And that's why I pick you because you were of more value than anything else.
Yeah.
You
it's
understand
true.
me? That's how it is. That's how it works. But the misguidedness with the lesbianism and the feminism and the, all of these things, when them say a woman must submit to a man, them are talk about slavery now and I talk about, you know, all of this rubbish that don't make any sense. A woman submitting to man don't mean that you're going to abuse her and
It's true.
all of this foolishness. It is all in the Bible, and the Bible never wrong in what it tells you how to do things, you know. It don't wrong.
No, sir.
No wrong. Yeah, man. So I'm glad you're happy with everything and everything is alright. And I just have any suggestion. You can call me anything you're not sure about, and you must watch this. You see, anytime you want to experiment and you do anything, you just come right here and see the effect. Don't look on
I'm
them.
afraid of that.
I know it's most of me do it.
I know that.
Do it. I don't do
But
it.
don't, when you make any changes, don't look at the online because you know the online is
10 minutes update.
Yeah,
Like,
update
it's
every
not.
10
It's not.
instant. So like when you made those changes, right? You should have go on here and look and see how it affected what you're doing. Yeah, you can't just do it and not watch what happening. And make sure you don't trouble this part here, like all these parts.
Yeah.
Don't trouble none of these things. The main thing you can't mess around with. So this is zero export to CT is the part is that part control the
That
electric
wasn't
stove.
installed properly.
Yeah, this is what
I fixed it myself.
right. This part is what controls the electric stove.
So it was seeing the opposite.
This
negative.
you see this maximum solar power.
Yeah.
This has to do with the oh lord. This has to do with the amount of panel you have up there. I don't know how much panel it was. 18
18.
times 455. So that's what you use and set here. So you can set it if you want. And anything else. Yeah, and you understand this timer use thing here now. Right. Another thing too is I saw something right here. So I did tick off this grid charge. So what happened? You see when it reaches, alright, so this grid charge, I tick it off, it's going to charge at 40 amps, right? What it means is that, so when the battery reaches 40%, right, what it does, it uses the grid to keep it at 40%. So it can always remain at 40%. So when this battery reaches the threshold, then it will continue and maintain the battery at 40%. So,
And it will just take the energy from GPS.
yes, and it will take the energy from GPS and keep your battery at whatever threshold.
Until then the panels charge back the battery.
And when the panel charge back the battery, or once it's above thing there, it's not going to take GPS power. And one other thing I had to tell you, and it will charge up to anything right there. So these power should be about this power can go down. But this is how much power it will take. But it's going to look at the settings of maximum charge, so you don't have to worry about that. There was one other thing I wanted to say to you. So this is what dictates how much power is charged, the battery charge at. 200 milliamp is the size of this. Alright, so I think that's about it.